What is up, my fellow YouTubers? Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. Today, guys, I'm going to be giving you guys another book review, but in this video, I will be reviewing the very first ever indie book, or self-published book as some may call it, that I've ever reviewed on this channel. And this book that I'm going to actually be reviewing is by a fellow YouTube booktuber herself, Dent Nagle, and that book is Azurite, that she published back in 2015 on Amazon. Now, Azurite is a fantasy story which follows a princess known as Zora Windsor, who is actually like a what you can say a bastard in this story, because she was born of royal blood from her mother, the Queen Evangeline, in the land of Samaria, and her father doesn't know who she was. She was basically like, no one knows who the father was at all. And basically her mother exiles her to Kara to be married to the prince over there, who's called Prince Spencer, so that way she can rule in that land, and she doesn't want her ruling in her land at all, because she doesn't deem her worthy enough to rule the land that she currently rules, Samaria. However, there's also some things going on. There's a tyrant, Olgar, who is planning to come and take Samaria back for his own because of a debt that the queen owes him, pretty much. And that's pretty much all the whole summary of this plot and stuff in this story. Now, let's get into the review itself. For me, after reading this book, I'm actually going to award it a good 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I'll explain to you why this book deserves this rating. As I said, with the plot, follows the main protagonist, Zora, who's the princess who now is forced to be exiled to Kara, and where she will be the queen over in that land, married to Spencer, who he's kind of like a dick and all to her. He basically just wants to use her to pretty much just be like his wife and his like woman that he needs, pretty much just to secure his legacy as being a ruler, so that way, you know, that's pretty much all he usually is there for. He's a scumbag. And even her mother, Evangeline, the queen, she's just like not a good person at all. She does not show any affection towards her daughter at all. Like, she is just downright, she's just not even a good person at all, and she is a tyrant as well. She's very similar to the tyrant in this story, Olgar, who pretty much wants to take back Samaria for his own, and there's very much a lot of similarities between those two within the story itself. And the whole plot of this story, as I said before, how she's exiled to this land because of not being fully royal blood, but yet she says that she is, because she was born from at least one royal blood of the rulers right there, which is the name Windsor, which she gets from her mother, pretty much right there. But her mother doesn't seem her worthy, so she decides to exile her. And I enjoyed that plot altogether. And I also love the fact that they bring in these crystals called the Azurite, and how they at first are shown to the readers that they're not supposed to be worth anything at all. But then we realize, like, someone's obviously paying a good amount to get these crystals, because we soon learn later on in the story these crystals have a good meaning and use in general to why, like, this person is buying like all these crystals from their caves in the mountains that they're getting all these mining diamonds and crystals and a bunch of other things, which is the land that Zora lives in, Samaria. A lot of their wealth came from mining, but over the years it started to decline because they pretty much took everything that was of value out of the mountains. So when all that pretty much was gone, their salaries and everything went down. The entire economy just took a dive. And I enjoyed to see that struggle right there, how they're all trying to stay alive. And Evangeline is been doing like some things behind her back, everyone's back, and been doing it for many years, and she's pretty much now put the entire land in a state of economic downfall that could possibly even get the entire kingdom, let's just say, eradicated from existence from her tyrant ways now. Which, based on the plot, I was also explaining characters in here. They were all well crafted. I enjoyed each one of them, hands down. Even the ones that didn't get as much screen time as others, I still did learn stuff about them to know that a lot of these characters actually did not like the queen at all because they did realize the tyrant she was. I also liked, there's another character in here called Liam, who's like Zora's like mentor and teacher. He does a lot of good things to the plot and Zora's character in general, because he even teaches her the ways of using this magic called Elithium, I believe is how it's called, and how to control it and all. But there's a downside to it. If you don't control it properly, it can kill you right there. And Zora doesn't understand that at first. She kind of just sees it when she first learns how to start using it, that, oh, I got this power. I want to start using it as much as I can and just use it however. But he warned her she must learn to control it and only use it certain ways, or it can lead to her downfall right there. So he's like the main teacher in here, and a good like explanation to like what's going on in the story right there. So he's kind of like a little bit of a narrator in this story and a character, which I love seeing that for sure. There was also another character in here that appears, Dakota, his name is. He's one of like the he's like one of the servants, soldiers or so, who was actually a former slave, and I guess he actually still is a slave because he works under Prince Spencer, and he's like, his main job is to guard and control and protect Zora, since she's now gonna be his wife, pretty much Spencer's wife, and that's his main job right there, to protect her. And he has some good development for him as well. I really enjoyed his character as well, because though he was working for this pretty bad prince, he had like emotions to him, and we could see that he didn't like the prince at all. He was only doing all this stuff just to please him, and so he would stay out of trouble. So I enjoyed that. The only thing that I really just kind of didn't like about this story was just the lack of like action that we saw in here, which in fantasy stories, we all love to see the action and stuff in here. This story, it had it in there, but I do feel like we could have used a little bit more of it. Probably like 2 more battle scenes, and that would have been enough to lay out the full action force of this novel. But other than that, this book was really good all the way through. And that, my friends, wraps up this review on my first ever self-published book review that I have done. Thank you all for watching, and to check out the person who wrote this, Dent Nagle, I'll be linking all her stuff down below in the comments, in the descriptions, I should say, down below. Her YouTube channel and her social media of Twitter and Instagram that I know of. So yes, guys, I highly recommend you check this book out, and also subscribe to her channel when you can, because I guarantee you it's well worth it. She does a lot of book reviews just like me, and she does a lot of TBRs and stuff like that as well. So you're into books and stuff, she's a channel to check out for sure. Once again, guys, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Y'all stay safe, have a great day. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel as well, so that way you can be notified every time I post new content. But thank you very much. I really appreciate y'all's support. Do check out Megan's channel, and y'all stay safe. And remember, have a great day.